Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to explore one of the Isle of Man's most iconic landmarks, the Laxey Wheel, also known as the Lady Isabella. Towering over the village of Laxey, not only is it a beautiful piece of engineering, but a monument to the island's industrial past. It's the largest working water wheel in the world, and today we're digging into its story, from the days of the mines to its role in modern Manx heritage. The Laxey Wheel was built in 1854 and was designed by engineer Robert Casement for the mining company of the Isle of Man. It was named after Lady Isabella Hope, wife of the island's Lieutenant Governor Charles Hope. Everything about its design reflects Manx ingenuity. It was built using local merchants, by local hands, at a time when importing coal and machinery from the mainland was just simply too expensive. The Great Laxey Mine at the time was one of the richest lead and zinc mines in the entire British Isles. It produced not only lead and zinc, but copper and some silver as well. But the deeper the miners dug, the more water flooded into the shafts, so pumping it out was essential if the mine was to survive. The Laxey Wheel was the answer, which was a colossal water-powered machine built to remove water from deep underground. Rather than using steam, which would require constant coal deliveries, the wheel relied entirely on the island's rainfall, which was in no short supply. Water from the nearby hills was collected and channeled through aqueducts and leats, feeding the wheel from above. The way it worked was as the water turned the paddles, it powered a 600-foot-long rod system that drove pumps deep within the mine. This simple but powerful design kept the lower tunnels dry and allowed the mining to continue safely and efficiently. The Laxey Wheel is a marvel of engineering. It stands 72 feet high and 6 feet wide, and when operating it turns at around 3 revolutions per minute, driven purely by the great forces of gravity and water. Every rotation powered the mechanical pumps that kept the mine dry. At its peak, the Great Laxey Mine employed hundreds of workers and produced more than 11,000 tons of lead ore and 8,000 tons of zinc ore, which played a vital part of the Manx economy. But, as time went on, the mine faced increasing problems. Flooding became harder to control and global metal prices dropped. By the late 1800s, production had slowed dramatically, and eventually in 1929, the mine closed its doors for good. After the closure, the Great Wheel fell silent. It sat for years unused and weathered by the elements, but the Manx spirit wouldn't allow it to just fade into history. In 1939, the Isle of Man government restored the Laxey Wheel, preserving it as a symbol of the island's heritage. Further restorations took place in the 1970s and most recently between 2022 and 2023, ensuring Lady Isabella would continue turning for future generations. Today, the wheel is cared for by the Manx National Heritage. Visitors can climb to the top for stunning views over the Laxey Valley. They can explore the remains of the Great Mine and even ride the mine's railway, a restored narrow line that creates the routes miners once used to transport the ore. It's a living museum of Victorian engineering, proudly maintained and still fully operational. Beyond its mechanics, the Laxey Wheel represents something much deeper for people. It stands for Manx resilience, innovation and pride in local craftsmanship. It appears on coins, stamps and tourism materials, and the red, white and black colours reflect the Manx flag itself. At its centre is the triskelion, the three-legged symbol of the Isle of Man. If you've never stood beneath the wheel and heard the slow churn of its paddles, make it a part of your next visit to the island. Thank you for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments, and if you enjoyed the video, give it a like. Don't forget to subscribe for more. And for any Manx speakers out there, go to Mayu.